The 3 individuals were arrested in March 2020 found and held for 8 months without access to legal representation, without contact with their families, and without the transparent judicial guarantees required under international human rights law. Despite repeated appeals from KKF, the United Nations, and civil society partners urging Vietnam to uphold due process, the authorities proceeded with a trial that excluded public oversight. Today, the court sentenced the 3 Khmer Krom defendants to 3.5 years in prison under the vague and widely criticized Article 331 of Vietnam's Penal Code, a provision routinely used to suppress human rights defenders, religious leaders, and Vietnamese advocates and individuals expressing peaceful dissent. And if their activities constitutes a crime, their sentencing restores Vietnam's ongoing systematic effort to silence Khmer Krom voices and erode and Indigenous identity through intimidation, criminalization, and fear. On the same day, Mrs. Thatchdy Ho Ree was also arrested under Article 331 for her involvement in organizing International Women's Day activities and advocating for Indigenous rights. Her detention further illustrates Vietnam's escalating crackdown on peaceful Khmer Krom civil society engagement. As a current member of the United Nations Human Rights Council, Vietnam is obligated to uphold the highest standards of human rights. Instead, it continues to weaponize its legal system to target indigenous peoples and stifle fundamental freedoms. KKF urgently calls upon the United Nations states and agent in human rights dialogues with Vietnam and the broader international community to demand the Vietnamese government to immediately release Mr. Thach Gam, Murderer Kim Son Green, Mr. Thach Wan Dong, and Mrs. Thatchdy Ho Ree, to end the use of Article 331 and other broadly defined legal provisions to criminalize peaceful Khmer Krom activists, to guarantee all detainees access to legal representation, due process, and family visitation in accordance with international human rights obligations, to allow human rights officers from foreign embassies in Vietnam to conduct in-person visits, rehabilitate Khmer Krom human rights defenders to assess their well-being, treatment, and conditions of detention. KKF further calls on the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention to urgently investigate these